Oos. Hey guys, Wrenchy Mason Allen here for your Thursday attribute training. Now I don't know about you guys, but I feel like I've been doing maybe more push-ups, more sit-ups, more squats, and more dumbbell workouts maybe now than any time ever before due to the circumstances. What my martial arts training personally is missing is a little bit of a combative feel. So that's kind of the goal of today, is to get us a little bit of a action-reaction, a little bit of a live sparring drill today, and hopefully we get a couple of brilliant in the basic concepts and some counters that will apply when we get back out onto the mat. So let's get started. So step one, guys, is just to get a little bit of movement in there. I kind of have relaxed shoulders, I have my hands moving around, doesn't matter which foot's in front. Now I got kind of the synovial fluid moving in the joints a little bit. It's a nice good warm-up. My goal right now is to not crisscross my feet. I can switch stances if I want to. Remember, as soon as you crisscross your feet when we're sparring, if anyone catches you going like this, and they're quick, which a lot of you guys are, they're going to take advantage of that and close the gap. So you guys all get like a leg tied. So the goal is when we're moving around, never let your feet crisscross. Always kind of switch it up and never crisscross your feet. So now that you got some movement happening, guys, let's go over a couple of basic attacks. The attacks are going to be a jab and a cross. Now, idealistically, rule number one, just don't get hit. If my face stays kind of level and present in the same spot over and over again, it's going to be pretty predictable where that face is going to be. This is why head movement is so important. Another thing to remember, when I throw that jab, it's going to be coming at the right side of your face, even though I'm punching with the left hand. Idealistically, we want to slip our head to the outside of the arm, because as you can see on this side of my body, I'm limited with the number of weapons I can strike with. But if you were to say slip to the inside of the body right here and your head came this way, man, you just arrived, got an express VIP Uber to downtown Pound Town. Which is not ideal for the person throwing the punch. So here's what I want you guys to do. When I throw a punch with that left hand, you're simply going to take your right hand and you're going to push towards your left ear and you're going to slip your head outside. If I throw my right hand for a cross, you're going to do the exact opposite. You're going to take that left hand and you're going to lean away. Remember, whatever way my hand pushing my head goes the opposite way. There's going to be more to this in just a minute, guys, so bear with me with our brilliant in the basics concept. So I have right here, if you respond to that one, slip to the right. Respond that one, slip to the left. Slip to the left, maybe I got you. Slip to the right. Slip to the right. And slip to the left. Nicely done. So now whatever hand I'm picking with, I'm going to be stepping off to the side just like we did a second ago, and the other hand is going to throw a punch. So if you were punching at me, the counter would look something like this. Hope this makes sense. So now I'm coming at you with a single now. So we're going to do a slip and punch. Slip and punch. Remember, keep that shoulder moving. Slip and punch. Slip and punch. Get your back heel off the ground. Slip and punch. Slip and punch. Slip and punch. All right. Now we're going to go over kick defenses. And a very similar concept to the jab. When someone throws a back leg front kick at me, because that's the kick we're going to pretend to do today, idealistically we want to end on the outside for the same reasons we discussed earlier. So now when someone throws that right kick at you, I'm going to step back to the left, but I'm going to block with my right hand. If someone throws a left kick at you, I'm going to step off to the right and block with that left hand. So now this motion applies for kicks. And this motion applies for hands. Confusing, I know. So now I'd like you to try to respond to a front kick, whichever one I choose. Remember, try idealistically to end to the outside of my body. Hope you're feeling good. Hopefully I'm making sense right now. And we got one more defense before we make this a live drill. Now when I throw a hook punch or I do a big swat, we're going to do what's called a bob and weave. Some of you guys last cycle were doing 12 count. Remember, when that hand is coming at my face, I want to lean away first before I bob and weave underneath. But this hand's going to come right over here. Imagine I'm swatting at you from this side. It's coming from this side. I lean away and I bob and weave to the other side. Idealistically, after that throw, you should end up basically taking their back for the same reasons we talked about earlier. So now when I swat, bob and weave, bob and weave. Again, follow the hook punch first before you bob and weave. Follow it first, then duck and weave under. And now I'm going a little faster. So here's where it's going to get a little interesting. We're going to get ourselves a live drill going on. What? No. How? Huh? That's right, and you're going to love it. If I throw a jab, you're going to slip your head to the outside of that hand. When I throw a cross, you're going to slip your head to the outside of that. When I do a front kick, you're going to idealistically scoop that leg out of the way. And the same thing applies for the other kick. And if I throw a hook punch, you want to try your best to do a bob and weave motion in the appropriate direction. If you're feeling super cuckoo choo-choo fancy pants, you can add a counter after your block. I got 2 minutes set on the timer so we can get this live drill happening for that amount of time. You can expect a stance change in there because I always mix it up. It's me, people. 3, 2, 1, let's go. I'm bouncing around. All right, now mixing it up. Switch stances now. Remember, slip to the outside. This might be trickier on the other side, right? Keep those hands up. Don't let them drop. That's exactly what the opponent wants. Back to regular stance. Any stance you want. Did I get you? Woo! Couple seconds left on the timer. And on a winch. And time, everybody. Give yourself a hand. If you're not clapping, you're not doing it right. So I hope you guys got something out of today's training, though basic. I think that live, engaging aspect and being able to stay mentally sharp in a sparring scenario is something that is kind of hard to maintain during these times, so make sure that we're still trying to come up with drills like that. Reach out to an instructor, ask them how you can practice those live drills. And one last closing thought. It's obvious, guys, online training might not always be ideal, especially when it's done in this manner and might not be even considered with a live person. But please remember this simple quote: successful people do what unsuccessful people won't do. If you're choosing to take advantage of all the resources that you have available for you so your martial arts stays sharp and you stay strong in the mind, body, and spirit, then there's absolutely nothing that's going to stop you from getting to your black belt or your next rank of black belt. And that is all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you got a lot of value out of this, guys. Make sure you're touching base with your academies if you have any questions or comments, guys. It's been real, y'all.